Governors, empower citizens to protect communities from ICE, overreach a call for state action now. Listen up, folks, laying out the raw truth about what's happening across America right now. In these early days of 2026, federal immigration agents are hitting the streets hard, conducting massive operations that have left communities terrified, families torn apart, and innocent people caught in the crossfire. We're seeing fatal shootings during raids, protesters clashing with heavily armed teams and everyday citizens, many of them Democrats and everyday folks standing up for what's right, facing intimidation, profiling, and worse. The question burning in so many minds is this: when federal forces seem out of control, why aren't state leaders stepping up to shield their own people? Governors in all 50 states have real power here, deputize everyday citizens, especially those committed to justice and democracy, to help safeguard neighborhoods while ICE ramps up these aggressive tactics. This isn't about chaos, it's about restoring balance, protecting rights, and making sure no one is terrorized in their own backyard. Let's break this down clearly so everyone understands the stakes. Since January 2025, the administration has unleashed what officials call the biggest immigration enforcement push in history. Thousands of ICE and Border Patrol agents have flooded areas like Minneapolis, where operations turned deadly. In mid-January 2026, federal agents shot and killed a U.S. citizen during a raid. Videos show confrontations with masked, tactical teams moving aggressively. Protesters poured into the streets in freezing cold, demanding agents leave, while Democratic leaders like Governor Tim Walz called for federal pullout, labeling the actions untrained and dangerous. Similar tensions flared in Maine, California, and other spots, raids sparking fear, racial profiling reports skyrocketing, and citizens saying they feel hunted. DHS claims these target criminals, but reports show sweeps hitting non-criminals, U.S. citizens, and legal residents too. Viral footage captures clashes, protesters blocking streets, agents in gear pushing back, and communities locking arms to protect neighbors. This surge isn't isolated. We've seen large-scale protests in Los Angeles back in 2025 against mass deportations, and now in 2026 it's escalated. General strikes in Minnesota, thousands rallying, businesses shutting down in solidarity. The administration blames radical rhetoric from sanctuary leaders for a spike in assaults on officers, citing huge increases in attacks and vehicular incidents against ICE. But critics point to the other side: over-militarized tactics creating terror, with people avoiding schools, doctors, and work out of fear. In Minneapolis alone, 2,000 federal agents were deployed for what ICE called its largest operation ever, turning neighborhoods into zones of tension. Democratic governors and mayors have condemned it, Newsom in California urging Know Your Rights resources, Pennsylvania's Josh Shapiro decrying abuses of power. Yet federal law still dominates immigration enforcement, leaving states in a tough spot. Here's where governors can act decisively. States have authority to deputize citizens as special deputies or peace officers in emergencies or for community protection. This isn't new. It's been done for natural disasters, civil unrest, or when local law enforcement needs backup. In this context, it could mean training and authorizing volunteer citizens, especially Democrats and community members dedicated to nonviolence and rights, to monitor operations, document interactions, provide legal observers, or even assist in de-escalation. Think community watch on steroids. Ordinary people empowered to stand as witnesses, report misconduct, and shield vulnerable residents without escalating to violence. Sanctuary policies already limit local cooperation with ICE. Deputization could extend that shield, creating a buffer so agents can't operate unchecked. To be crystal clear, this isn't calling for armed confrontation or vigilantism. It's about legal, organized citizen involvement under state oversight to ensure accountability. Governors could issue executive orders creating civilian oversight teams or deputized monitors focused on transparency. In states like California, New York, or Minnesota, Where leaders have already pushed back, this could rally communities, deter overreach, and force federal restraint. Imagine deputized groups filming raids, offering immediate legal aid, or forming human chains to protect homes. It flips the power dynamic, reminding federal agents they're in state territory, subject to local laws on conduct and rights. Fairness demands we look at both sides. The administration argues these operations protect Americans from crime, drugs, and threats, pointing to priorities like traffickers and felons. DHS stats show assaults on officers rising dramatically, blaming sanctuary policies for emboldening attacks. Supporters say more agents mean safer streets. But the human toll tells another story. U.S. citizens shot, families separated, racial profiling surging, protests met with force. When videos contradict official narratives showing brutality where DHS claims restraint, it erodes trust. States can't stop federal immigration law, but they can refuse cooperation, limit resources, and empower citizens to document and de-escalate. This call to governors isn't radical, it's practical. History shows states stepping up when federal actions threaten rights. During civil rights eras, local leaders protected marchers. In modern times, sanctuary cities limit ICE access. Deputizing citizens could build on that, creating networks of trained observers who report to state attorneys general, ensuring every raid follows due process. It empowers democracy at the grassroots. Regular people, teachers, nurses, parents, becoming guardians of justice. Without it, fear wins. With it, communities stand stronger. The time is now. Governors, hear the cries from your people. Minneapolis moms hiding kids, California workers skipping shifts, Maine families feeling terrorized. Issue the orders, train the volunteers, protect the vulnerable. This isn't division, it's defense of basic freedoms. When federal power oversteps, state leadership must rise. America watches. Act boldly, act fairly, act for the people. If you also support democracy and freedom, feel free to join me in this fight. Click follow, click subscribe, and join me. Divided we fall, and together we can knock down mountains. Through unity is the only way we can make a change. Thank you, stay safe, God bless, I love you all. Crowning Thoughts, True Speaker, copyright 2025 by Santiago D.C. Maria, licensed under Creative Commons Attribution.